Hello everyone and welcome back to Capital Trading Group. Now in this video we will be talking about scaling in and learning how to scale in to help you increase your profits on all your potential trades in the future. Now, before we get into today's video, we have a free Telegram group where we share setups and results of our premium analysis service, as well as some free education and nuggets in our public free Telegram group. So feel free to check that out. In this example, we did take a US oil trade that was shared with public members for free on our Telegram about last week. We also have, analysis that we give outlooks on from time to time, as well as some education. So do feel free to check that out. Link will be in the description down below. But before you do that, watch this video, as there is a lot of value that you will find in here. Now, scaling is the process of adding volume in your position on a single move. Scaling is good as it can increase the profit of a single move without increasing your risk, as you're allowing price to move in your direction for a while and then adding another position after correction takes place on lower time frames. And this will take place at a premium on discount or a discounted level. In this case, it is a premium level, as we are in this scenario shorting, and then allowing price to continue on with the move. Now, initially, what we'd be looking for is after price reverses, right? We would look for a breaker structure, and then we'd look at where that breaker structure was derived from. In this example, it's here, right? And then we'd look to take our initial first entry at the premium level, where the move was, where the breaker structure or intent was derived from, which is here. So this is where we'd look to take our entry. And then what we'd do is we'd wait for a continuous or another breaker structure, so price can show us where intent is going. And in this case, it breaks structure, and then what it does, it comes back to a hidden supply zone here on the left, where or if you have to look on lower time frames to see where the move was derived from. In this example, it's here, where we look to add in another scale in and look to see if price breaks structure again on the left. And then what does it do? It does it breaks structure just again, right? Which indicates that price is ready to move on further down. Now, when you see this, it allows you to understand where price is going on in the future and have a premium level marked out where you can look for potential scale-ins to target the next potential low or the next potential breaker structure, which it does here again at this supply level. Price comes back at the premium level where you can look to short, which gives a good indication that price is still ready to push on down. Now, if you look here on the right, what you see is before price actually breaks structure, we see a potential what we see is a drop, what we refer to as a rally, and then drop again, right? A drop, rally, drop, or a drop, base, drop. And in essence, what that means is price redistributes at this level between the high and the low. And this is where the intent was derived from, or the volume was derived from, to break this structure point here on the left. So this is a very good a point to use in your future or potential scale-ins that you can look for or mark out as a potential zone of interest to take longs or shorts from. Because in the other scenario, if you're buying, it's what we call is a rally, and then a price base, and then rally again, and you look for that mitigation before price continues on higher, and that would be your interest zone where you'd be ideally looking to buy from. So this is a very clear example of how you can look to scale in on your moves when you are trading a continuous move. Ideally, what you're looking for is continuous order flow, and you're following the trend in essence. Now, for example, you don't initially just want to be adding on to a potential position, because if you're not doing it the correct way, because price can just horribly go against you and then you'd be taken out. So the best thing I recommend is trailing your stops. Now, in this example, say price fails to break the low here and just continues on pushing higher. Say price wants to come back to this level and then push up higher before we look for that correction move down, right? Say price does that, because it can, right? Initially, what you'd be wanting to do is trail your stops just above this, in this example, just above this prevalent supply zone or drop, base drop, to initially secure your profits and get out your position in a nice a nice profit. And even if it does do that, right, you'd be stopped here for about 1%, but you'd be up about 4.5, about 5%, and then about 2.6%. So initially, if you had just gotten out here, if you'd taken one position, you'd be out for about 4.5%, which is a good RR. But say you scaled in effectively, then that 4 just about becomes about 12 to 13% return just by effectively scaling in, and that's only if the position didn't play, right? Now, say if the position did play to your target of the lows, then your total RR would be much higher, right? Your total RR then becomes about 35, 36 R trade just by scaling in effectively. So you can see how big of a return you get just by scaling in effectively, using order flow and continuous breaks of structure to confirm intent on lower time frames. Now, why don't we go ahead and look at a real life market example now on Euro USD. Right, now here we're looking at Euro USD. Now, price is on a high time frame supply level, which we look here on the left. This is an important supply level because it broke structure down to the downside. So it's an important supply zone on the high time frames. Now, however, I am looking for a price reversal zone from this level, but I also need to keep in mind that the trend on the low time frame has been bullish because price has broke structure here, made a higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low, and this is where we saw a big impulse into that supply zone. So we do need to be aware of a potential demand zone here, right? If we just mark this out as a POI, as price can just as easily come back into this level and then continue on higher back into that supply zone to potentially take out this high there, right? So we do need to be aware of this zone, so that's why I marked it out. But initially what I'm doing is I'm looking for a potential intent or structure break to see where we can look to take a potential short. So let's see how price plays, and just like that, what do we see? We see a clear cut intent breaker structure. We can mark that out. Now we've seen that breaker structure. Now I can mark out my zone where this move was initially derived from. I want to put that just above the imbalance zone where you have a slight imbalance just here to fill that in to take a potential short from this level, and I'll mark this out as red so you guys can see it's a supply level. So here is where we can take our initial position to potentially take out or come down into our demand zone where we can monitor price from this level within here. So let's see how this plays. Right, it's tagged us in, and if you look at that, what do we see again? Price has again broken structure now. Right here, we've seen a clear cut structure break, and now we can look from where this move was initially derived from. Now here it would be right this candle right here, right? This candle right here, where you can see a sufficient supply zone, where this is the last point where price came in to mitigate this supply zone before we saw that next structure break. So now I know I can look at this level right here, just where we have a slight smaller imbalance, right? To target this level with stops just above this supply level right here to target the lows again. Okay, so that's initially what I'm looking for. Now let's see how it plays. Right, tags us in just in. Now I'm going to look to see what price does on the low here to see if we see another intent derived move, and there we do. We see another break of structure. Now keep in mind we do have the demand zone here, so we do need to keep an eye on and potentially look to take partials of this level if this demand zone does not hit if this demand zone is successful. So initially we've seen another breaker structure, so my next zone where we could potentially look to take a short is right above here. Right now we've seen clean consecutive order flows, and we've seen another zone where we can potentially look to short, right, which is right here, and then stops just above that supply level. Now here I always recommend, now we've seen that and we've seen price come right into our zone, our potential demand zone here. I'd recommend moving these both to stops to break even, right, on both of these levels right here, okay? Because that way, at least if demand is successful and price continues on higher, like for example like that, you at least just stopped at a break even and you've taken out potentials, partials at the previous demand zone. So let's see how price plays now, right? Let's target, we will be targeting the lows of this level, right? Price just tags us in, and it's come right back into that demand level. Now we need to see how price reacts from this level. And what do we see? Now look, now we've seen that clear now we've seen that clear break. So now we've seen that demand has clearly failed, right? Demand has failed. Let's mark this out in black, right? So now we know demand has failed. So now we've taken our most important structure point, which is here, right? We have a clear-cut breaker structure here, which is a very good indication that price is ready to take the intraday lows. So now my initial target would be the lows of this level, okay? Those are the pre-Asia lows, which we can effectively will be targeting. Now we've taken these levels, right? Now the zone that I will be looking to target is this zone right here, which I'll mark out here. This candle here. Now the reason I'm marking out this zone is because this is where a redistribution took place, but which initially would have derived this intensive move, or this breaker structure would have derived from in the left. So this is where, if I mark it out here, we saw this potential redistribution take place. And then we've seen this last zone of supply left. So ideally what I'd be doing is looking for a final scale in. Now this demand has failed, which is our most prominent demand level, as I mentioned before, to target to keep our SL just above this redistribution level and target these lows all the way down here, right? That's initially what I'd be looking to do with all our scale-ins at break even now, which they should be, as the demand has been demand has failed. All these three scale-ins should now have been at break even, and actually should be trailed your stops just above this SL. Because, so say for example, if for some reason price decides to come up higher, right? For example, let's say price wants to come up higher before selling off down like that, at least you will be taken out with a potential RR of 2, 4, and 1.6. So about, you have about of a 7 RR, even if you get stopped out just by trailing your stops. But because we've done that, you trail your stops there, but you still keep your targets at the lows here, as that's what we are looking to target on our full intraday move, right? With our new potential re-entry scaling just below the redistribution point, as I've just mentioned here. So let's look to see how this plays, and price just perfectly reacts from this level, and let's see what it does. And it comes right down to take that low, right? Now that is exactly how successful scalings look like, okay? So where you could have just taken one move, right, which would have been a 1 to 8.6R, which is still a very, very good trade. But now if you see the effective, just by effectively scaling in, by seeing clear-cut breakers of structure, which gives you intent that price is still ready to push on down with clear and consecutive order flow, showing you intent and demand failing, you have now turned a normal 1 to 8 into about 1 to 50 RR, right? Which is a massive difference in your risk to reward. As you can see, there's a 1 to 8.6, 1 to 19, 1 to 12, and about another 1.9 to 1 to 10 RR. So you have almost a 1 to 50 RR potential, almost 50%, given if you're risking 1% on each scaling move. But this is exactly how you'd want to scale in on a move, using the methods that I've just highlighted, with price action alone. And again, even if this move did fail, you would have still been taken out in clear profit of at least about 1.8 R just above this supply level here, right? And you still would have been in much better profit just by scaling in effectively. Okay, so that was just a quick little example of how you can scale in on a move by finding the most high probable setup you can possibly find in the market. And if the market gives you these types of clear-cut order flow and intent in the market, how you can scale in on that high probable move, and therefore increasing your reward by as whilst limiting your risk at the same time. So with all that said and done, I hope you guys did enjoy that video. If you guys did like it, do please leave a like, a comment, and subscribe, and please let us know in the comments down below what type of videos you'd like to see in the future from us. If you guys are interested in joining any one of our services, link will be down in the description below. And quickly before I go, I do want to give one last example of scaling that we're currently in on XRP USD. This scaling was taken last week. This was the original swing position, and we have been scaling in ever since. This was taken last week. So this was last week weekend on Friday evening, I believe. This was last week, I believe, Wednesday, and this was today actually taken around New York session, around the end of New York session. I'll leave a screenshot here somewhere just so you guys can see an example of what the trade looked like and how we entered the scaling, as all three positions was shared with our premium analysis members. So with all that said, again, hope you guys enjoyed that, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Bye bye.